Well, I think we are heading for big trouble in the care industry, don't you? And it's a hopeless situation in the making, completely in the mind of a hopeless health secretary. How do everybody? Welcome back to the channel for a Thursday morning and my car. Hope you're all doing all right. It was bloody hot in Margate yesterday, probably one of the hottest of the year so far by a long way. I wonder what it was like where you are. Let me know. Well, speaking of hot situations, it's certainly heating up in the care industry, isn't it? And it's all down to that hopeless health secretary, Mr. Matt Hancock. Yes, old Hancock is trying to create a situation where things are rather compulsory rather than voluntary. Apart from the sheer fact that he's trying to shift the blame for his own failings onto those of the beloved healthcare workers, this is a kettle boiling, a pot brewing, and it's liable to go off everywhere. He's proven quite successfully here, apart from the fact he's hopeless, as some might say, that he's got no clue whatsoever on how a care worker thinks, feels, operates, or anything at all about the industry. Whenever you look through a newspaper, if you're looking for a new job, you will always see an advert for a care home advertising for a care assistant or a healthcare worker or anything like that. And the very simple fact is, it takes a very special kind of person to do that job, to care for the needs of somebody that they're not related to and don't even know. They're going as far as wiping their backside for them. And when people go into the profession, they find sometimes that it's not for them for the reasons I've just laid out. And for that reason, there is always a very high staff turnover and a very high shortage of staff, trained, experienced staff. And there are very few and far between those people that enjoy it enough they want to make a career out of it and stay. My auntie's actually one of them, and she has to pull 12-hour shifts fairly regularly. One, to make a decent living because the money ain't that great, and two, because of the shortages of staff. They need to pull extra to make sure everything's covered. And the last thing they want to do is put up with some suit from Whitehall who hasn't got a bloody clue as to, you know, the ins and outs of the job, and to turn around and tell somebody that what they are having second thoughts about is compulsory, or is going to be compulsory, mark my words, will lead to trouble. The reason is very simple, and that is because there are a lot of people that are apprehensive about it and don't want it, and it's their body, it should be their choice. A bit like the miners in the 80s with old Maggie Thatcher, you are playing with fire. This is a tinderbox and it's going to go off in your face. What's going to happen, there'll be a percentage that will comply and do what you ask, and there'll be a percentage who will just walk. But out of that percentage that walk, I hope they end up suing you, because if you say to somebody you've got to do this or lose your job, that's constructive dismissal in my book and anybody else's, and I hope they take you to task for it. This will only serve to completely destroy an industry that's already on its knees and has been for years, because it has never got the same support that the NHS, the hospitals and all that sort of thing does. And it's only going to end in tears. And all this because hopeless Hancock is trying to cover up his own failings. Let me know what you think below in the comments, and particularly if there's any healthcare workers or care assistants or similar ilk that follow this channel. It'd be great to hear your own personal experience on this. Anyway, for now, this is the Cabby signing off. I'll see you later. Toodaloo.